Andres Tijerina.
Thank you, Frank. Can you all hear this?
Sure.
You're right, Representative Garcia, Congressman Green. The spirit of Benny Martinez is here. It's always going to be here. The legacy of Benny Martinez is here, and it's always going to be here. I feel that spirit, and it's alive. It's alive in you, the people in this gathering. It's alive in that building, but it's alive in Set of Jobs for Progress. It's alive in Operation Head Start. It's alive in all those kids that he volunteered when he went to volunteer to grade school. His spirit's alive, whether he's here or not physically. I am not going to try to regale you with eloquence. I am going to talk about Benny Martinez, not a eulogy, because Benny's spirit is alive today with us. Not an obituary, and I'm not going to talk about what I think about things and me. I'm going to talk about the things that Benny Martinez did. I remember once I had to speak about a Medal of Honor recipient, Macario Garcia. And they asked me, Dr. Tijerina, what are you going to say? How can you speak about that man? What can you say that's greater than him? And I thought about it and I said, nothing. And so I didn't. What I did is I took his Medal of Honor citation and I read to the crowd what Macario Garcia did in combat, and that was my speech, and it's the best speech I ever gave. That's what I'm going to do about Benny. I'm going to just talk about Benny. I need to thank the dignitaries that are here, especially Congresswoman Garcia. You're right, Congressman Green. What she's been through. You're here and you get to, it's in your district now, sir. Congratulations. But you know what she did. We know what she did. We know Benny Martinez, but we need someone in Washington to let the rest of the country know about Benny Martinez. Thank you, Congresswoman Garcia. We knew Benny as our friend. This good-looking Mexicano. We knew him as a stern, tall Mexicano that was always going to, adelante, always. That's how we knew Benny. But Benny comes from a long, long line of Martinez, Lozano, Cabrera. Benny's family founded Texas, and they're still here. When they founded Texas, they founded San Antonio de Beja. Spain took this province, and the Martinez were the first people here under the name, well, Manuel Becerra, Benny's third great paternal great-grandfather, was the guide for Stephen F. Austin. When Stephen F. Austin first came to Texas in 1821, it was Becerra who greeted him and guided him through Texas and gave him his first land grant. Now, if they call Stephen F. Austin the father of Texas, what's Becerra? We're going to call him the grandfather of Texas, I guess. I just want you to know, the Martinez family, going back to Cabrera, Juan Pedro Cabrera, came in 1731 from Spain, the Canary Islands, and founded San Antonio. So you have the founder of Goliad Refugio, the founder of San Antonio, that were here in the 1730s, 1718, 1731, and their families are still here. Now, my point is that they founded Texas, but they never quit, because they've been working for Texas ever since, all the way through to the one that we know, Benny Martinez. Benny is a 9th generation Texan. You see right here 10 Martinezes. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and Estela, the Civil War. The Martinezes were in the Civil War, one on one side, one on the other side. That's how to win. His brother, Raul Martinez, was the first Hispanic policeman in Houston, Texas. He was the first constable. He has a courthouse annex named after him, and the Raul Martinez Elementary School, because of everything that he did. He was a pioneer. The Martinezes were the pioneers. We hear about the pioneers, the first one to open the doors for everybody. That's the Martinez family. That's Benny Martinez, the first one, the first Houston policeman. His other brother, Elias, the first Houston firefighter. These people are pioneers. And it wasn't just in the 1820s, the 17th. I'm talking about the 20th century. They have buildings named after them. And I will tell you also that his daughter Loretta, who helped to organize this event, is the same thing. Loretta is one of those Martinezes. His sister Estela Cermeño, who is here today, also. These people put up the monuments. They put up the plaques. They named the buildings. When you go down the street on the way to the San Jacinto Monument, you're going down Juan Seguin Boulevard because Benny Martinez and his friends named it. That's what they did. They gave us the memory in the buildings. Benny added value. Benny was a member of the VFW, the American GI Forum, the American Legion, the Knights of Columbus, the Rotary Club, League of United Latin American Citizens. He was president of the Tejano Association for Historic Preservation. He was a member of the Sons of the Republic of Texas and a member of the Canary Islanders Association. Benny didn't just join. He didn't just get on the boat. Benny paddled the boat. And when I say he paddled the boat, among all the other things that he did, Benny won the Goliad canoe race year after year. I mean, Benny paddled the boat. I resent that.
I got a witness there.
Let me just tell you one more thing to close. I met Benny when we were putting up the Tejano Monument, which is the biggest monument at the state capitol to commemorate your Hispanic heritage. 10 statues. It took us 12 years, $2.6 million. And I remember we had to pass 4 laws for the state of Texas to get approval to put it there and to raise the money. And I'll never forget when finally the governor said, okay, we passed the law, you can now start raising money for your Tejano Monument. And I was on the board, we said, okay, let's start raising the money. While we were voting to raise the money, Benny Martinez took out his checkbook, wrote out a $100 check and said, here's your first $100. Benny put the first $100 in that $2.6 million monument at the state capitol. And Benny came to Houston, to the kids of the Houston ISD, and raised $14,000 from the chamaquitos, the little kids, nickels, pennies, and dimes. You know why they gave him money? Because when they went to school, Benny Martinez was volunteering in their library. Benny Martinez was volunteering in the lunchroom. Benny Martinez was raising money for their school. He got more schools. He went personally and volunteered. That's why the kids knew him, and that's why they volunteered. I'm going to close by saying that that's the Martinez family heritage. Benny didn't come here with a duty. Benny had an obligation to his family to build Houston, to build Harris County, to build the state of Texas, and to build the United States of America. Benny had an obligation, and he complied with his obligation. I'm telling you right now, Benny Martinez is the consummate American. They asked George Washington, do you want to run for office and be president for the rest of your life, General President Washington? And he said no. He just wanted to go back home and be a regular citizen, because the best thing in the world, he said, was just to be a good American citizen. Well, if the best thing in the world is to be a good American citizen, then Benny Martinez was the best thing in the world, because Benny Martinez was the best American citizen. Ladies and gentlemen, this post office is named after a great American citizen, Benny Martinez. Thank you.